Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hello?
How are you doing today? If you hear us, please put a plus on the comment section. If you don't, put a minus. I will see how many people we have right now. Plus. Hi, Sunita. Hi. Hello, Tatiana. This first couple of minutes we'll be waiting for people to join. So first, let us probably introduce ourselves. My name is Jules, and I work with educational programs at Robbo, and this is Andrew.
Hi.
Andrew is our CEO. We are very glad to see you here, and if you're here, you're probably interested in the future of education and in the ways our educational programs will evolve. Where will they go? Where will they lead us, our children? Because this is our future, after all.
Okay, let's begin.
Yeah, I think we can begin because probably you all hear us. Let us first talk a little bit about the structure of today's webinar. So at first, we will take a look at the current situation in the world and in the world of robotics and in the world of education as a whole. Then we will tell you about the problem that exists in the world today and that we as people who care and people who want to make this world a better place want to solve it. And next, we'll discuss a couple of solutions that Robbo personally provides to solve these issues of the modern world and the products we offer, of course. Okay, so I think we can begin. Let's start with the problem of the world education. So basically, what is happening right now is we are entering the stage of the fourth industrial revolution. What does that mean? That means that robots will be taking our jobs more and more every day. This is inevitable, and of course, we need to adjust. The role of people in the future is helping and maintaining those robots. Basically, when I'm talking about the robots, I don't even mean physical robots like with the hands and technical stuff. No, I'm talking about automated processes. And when I say that, I don't only mean self-driving cars like Tesla and something like that. I also mean retailers like Amazon that automated buying processes and are now at war with offline retailers. This is robotics too. It's in every sphere of our lives. It's evolving and it's spreading. I'm saying it like it's a disease. It's not. It's actually a very good thing, and you'll find out why quite soon. Okay. Robots is not only a hand, it's a program that does person's job for him. So they make our life much, much easier. That is not to argue with. But there is the thing with robotics nowadays. There will be two types of companies and two types of governments in the nearest future. The types of governments and companies who invest in robotics right now, they will in the future, in the very, very close future, they will be the ones selling robotics, selling these automated solutions, let's just say. Everyone else who ignores this trend of robotics and does not want to participate in this process of improvement of the human life will be the ones buying these solutions from the more advanced thinking companies and governments. Yeah, so people nowadays use computers ever since they were little. Basically, people who now work with computers started using them when they were like 7. And right now, any person could, study like basics of robotics and create some automated decisions themselves. Basically, they don't need professional engineers anymore. We can learn that just like that, just like using the internet or buying some details from eBay, let's just say. So there are 3 things that professional engineers in robotics are doing right now. First thing is they develop a mechanical device. The second work skill, let's just say, they develop an electronic control circuits. And the third thing they do is they program it. So these 3 things that professional engineers base their work on is something Robbo is using to teach children. Basically, professional engineers solve real life problems, real life tasks with these 3 work skills. And this is why this is the basis of Robbo's child's education. We want our children to see the real problem of the present, to learn how to fix it, and to create something, some automated decision for it, on their own. They can do it using this professional techniques. Robbo develops and manufactures products in programming, 3D modeling, and electronics. This is our basics. And right now there are, yeah. Please.
And let me include some words about open source, because there are a long story from my colleague, and this is open source slide. So all our technology is about open source. Please, you can comment something about, do you know what is a Linux? Maybe you use some Linux like Ubuntu. Do you know what is Arduino? What is open source software, open source hardware? So we use an idea that children think that it is something like magic inside any sensor or computer, but magic is it's like unknown science, unknown education, something which is not understand. So our idea to explain step by step to explain step by step electronics, to explain software, and explain how to make your own things using 3D modeling and so on. And it's about open source. So all products we produce, it's open source. It means you can download source code of any program or firmware. You can download and understand how any equipment we produce is working. So, and next we should explain about STEAM education. The next slide.
What about STEAM education? Please write in the comments if you know that concept, educational concept of STEAM. Well, this is basically short for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Those are all things that are studied by kids at school, but it's a curriculum based on the idea that students should be educated in these 4 specific disciplines. You could see it on the slide. And of course, our educational program is built on it, on this new and extremely useful educational concept. Why is it so? Because, well, basically, for technology and engineering, it is not paid enough attention at schools. They do not uh, they do not explain to children these things on a very understandable manner. What we do is we have our special, let's just say, kids. It's a kit and it's absolutely transparent so that children could see any process, any technological process that is happening inside a robot. Then we explain each of these processes so that a child could understand every single detail in the complex process of engineering and robotics. And only when they understand every little thing, they are assigned with their own assignment to create something robotical, let's just say. Andrew, you have something to add?
And also, engineer is like to create something new. So in our curriculum, we pay attention to creative programming. We pay attention to real life project because children have a lot of imagination, but beginning they don't know how to build something because they don't know how to use 3D modeling software. They don't know how to program something, but they have a lot of imagination. Then we can combine imagination and creative programming. Then children can build their own projects. So next. So if so next we should go to our solution. So we build our own hardware. It's easy to use hardware and robot construction kits. We build our own software based on open source and Linux, and we build high quality teaching materials. And all those hardware and teaching materials built with engineers and teachers from Russia and Finland. So we get the best things from education of Finland and the best hardware software from open source community. So about technology, so it's a robot construction kit. It's built around Arduino. If you know what it is, so it's like a standard to start teach children from 70 years old. So now we also have Robbo Lab. So it's a kind of robot, but which doesn't have wheels. So we use very simple programming language based on Scratch. It has a name Robbo Scratch, and we have Robot 3D printer mini. So we teach children how to build 3D models and make some mechanical parts of a project. So we combine all our hardware, software, and teaching materials in Robbo class product. So, for example, if you're a school teacher or you have your own after classes for children, and plan to expand your educational program uh, to include uh, uh, robotics for children, you can buy a RoboClass solution. If you are entrepreneur and you understand in your city, in your country, there is demand from parents. They want to teach children from 7 years or 9 years old children to teach them programming, 3D modeling, electronics, and so on. You can buy a RoboClub solution. So it's not only curriculum, but it's a bird book, know-how business model, and everything you need to start your own business. Uh, so it's kind of franchise. So if you are an entrepreneur, probably you understand what is a franchise. So it's franchising. So we just add some business support to our partners. So, and with our franchise, we are interested that our business partners earn money, and Robbo as a company help you to do that. So Robbo give you not only brand, but we also teach your children. We provide curriculum and help you to start your business, to get your first customers. We explain how to talk with parents. We help your teachers uh, to work with the children, and we provide curriculum and we update curriculum year and year. So if you're an entrepreneur, you can teach children not only just 1 or 2 years, you can teach 3 years. And as a company, as a Robot company, we are interested that children teach, that you can teach more than 3 years. Because as we explained in the beginning of our presentation, uh, we want that children just start with the basics of programming, but then in the end, they can build your own robot.
Yeah, something more complex. And
Yeah.
what is so great about both of our solutions is that if you're a teacher, you don't even have to know a lot about robotics. Or if you're an entrepreneur, you don't need to worry about your future teachers not knowing robotics because we provide a special teacher education in both cases. We explain to teachers how to teach robotics, basically. And this is super easy. It's a 3-day course, and everybody gets it with the minimum of knowledge in automated processes.
So just this slide explain what we talked just in the previous slide, but with just such more information that we Robo company work more than 5 years in educational market. So our curriculum work on not only in Finland or Russia, but also in Thailand, in number of countries of Europe. Of course, in 50 schools of Europe.
Yeah, it's in more than 12 countries all over the world right now. So it's spreading, let's just say, thing right now to teach robotics.
Yeah. Uh,
Now,
how to move back our presentation?
if you see our presentation right now, can you say it in the comments because we appear to be missing it?
Okay.
Do you see the presentation?
Materials. Try to put it back.
No, I think that's mine that you don't see the presentation. Well, that's okay. It just gives us time to get to know each other a little bit. So, can you write in the comments, please? Where are you from? Which country are you from? Because we are very interested in knowing where are you from, guys. Singapore. Wow. I think we have our Robo clubs in Singapore too. You've probably heard of it. India. Oh, that's amazing. I don't think we have it there, by the way. That would be an amazing market opportunity. Great. I think it's just that in India, there is such a demand for robotics right now. There is a market gap, let's just say. Germany is amazing. We have Robbo clubs in Germany, that's for sure. The name of our Robbo club in Singapore, let's just say someone bought a franchise of our club in Singapore and they probably called it Robbo Club, but maybe created another name. Okay, there is a presentation right now. We can see it. Dubai, amazing. I think Dubai really needs your solution for robots. Okay, so Andrew, you could step over with the presentation now. Oh, China.
Okay. Okay, so
I'm
with
sorry, just a second. In India, of course, there are multiple possibilities for you to open a Robo Club because, as I know, educational system in India is suffering right now. I know people from India who complain to me about it at least. And
yeah.
yeah, Robo Club would be a great solution for after classes, for example, if you offer it to some schools.
Yes, we negotiate with some government educational institutions in India. I've been in India 2 years ago in yeah, and in some visit and we visit some government education institution in India. We start to negotiate with them, and we have like a pilot, the first project with India. So I guess I hope we start it soon. Okay, so about RoboClass. So in RoboClass, we offer equipment and technical support, subscription to curriculum. So we provide our teaching materials. Of course, we have free teaching materials. You can download it at our website. But also we have extended high quality teach materials in curriculum for children from 5 to 15 years old, and we update those curriculum each year and extend it. And also we provide teacher training online or offline. And of course, if you will if you plan to open, for example, 10 robo classes, or you will buy a master franchise to your country, then we can teach your teachers on your
Yeah,
site.
and the basics for our educational solutions were created together with Finnish educators. And as you know, Finnish educational systems are right now admitted to be the best ones in the world. So it is based on a very professional basis.
Okay, so in this slide, it's estimated cost of class. It's around 15 euros, 15,000 euros. So you can expect how much money you need to start. For example, your first robo class, and it's about the same money about franchise. So about it's a summary about Robo Club. So it's a franchise of robotics for children about programming, electronics, and 3D modeling and 3D printing. So we teach children from 5 or 7 years old. They just need to read in your in native language. So Scratch programming language, it's a block programming language um, invented in MIT, Massachusetts uh, Information Technology University. So all block in native language. So for example, you don't need to teach children 7 years old English. Of course, when we switch from 7 to 8 years old, we start to teach children C language, and they need to know English. But we start of when we start to teach them in 7 years old, Scratch programming language uh, just switch all names, all labels in blocks to native language. For example, in Finland, it's Finnish or Chinese, and so on. And all our curriculum built about open source hardware. It's like Arduino, microcontrollers, and another number of well-known open source hardware
Yeah, and
electronics.
please don't hesitate to ask questions because we will answer all of them after the presentation. Yeah.
So it was information about, first we start with Robo class. It is if you want to teach children robotics in government or private school. But if you're entrepreneur, so you buy not only equipment and curriculum, but business support. So you buy Robo brand, you work under the Robo brand, you get a subdomain of Robo Worlds, you buy detailed business plan and brand book, testing system for children after first year of curricula, uh, plan for organization Robo holiday camps. Holiday camps, it's like short-term after classes on holiday during the year, or for example in the summer it's like a summer holiday camp, usually for 1 or 2 weeks, and it's a good uh, good idea to start your Robo Club. But also, of course, you can start in any time of the year. And of course, on-site teacher training and some script about robot tournaments, tasks, and everything. Okay. So about cost of franchise. So estimated cost is about 30,000 of euro. It includes everything. So you pay start fee, royalty. You need to buy hardware hardware equipment. So of course, travel costs case by case, and so you need, like entrepreneur, to start business. Of course, you need some administrative costs and some initial advertising and marketings. You need place to rent to start your classes, of course. So it's just an example. of course, the next step is negotiate and understand how it will be in your country. Okay, so about business model, probably I guess we will discuss it if if you will be interested. We can discuss it later. Okay, so this is some numbers about robotics market, but I guess every you will come to this webinar understand that market is growing, and year by year demand from children, from parents, from the market will grow. So I guess that's we should make some we should provide some time to answer the questions.
Yeah, this was the end of our presentation, and right now we've already received some questions. Let's answer them. And while we do that, you have time to think about your own question that we will definitely answer to. So, question number was, can you use Python in AI? This one.
Sorry? Python and making. Okay. So my question is that we right now we have a product which use Python and hardware is modern enough to make an AI, but this product is not in market right now. So it's ready to. So we are ready to sell those extended robotic platform. I guess it will be available next year. So we will include Python and AI to our curriculum, because each year we extend our curriculum. Then children in Robo clubs, of course, children grow each year, and when they became older, they need more complex lessons. They want to make more complex projects, and that's why we after Arduino C-like language, we will add Python. So now we start to maybe ready to start to sell extended robot kit platform built around Raspberry Pi. Maybe you know what is Raspberry Pi. So it's like open source Linux computer programmed with Python, and it has a camera. Camera, for example, to read some QR code and some more sensors to move around some obstacles and so on.
Yeah, thank you. The next question was about our Robbo clubs in Singapore. Somewhere we have some there, right?
About Singapore, I know that we initiate, but I'm not sure do we already have a real Robo Club which is working in Singapore.
Yeah.
So there are a number in Thailand. If you talk about the Asia, but
Yours might be the first one.
so probably you can write email to our contacts like info robot.world. You can find it in uh, robot.world, or for example, I can write you my email and I will forward your question to my colleague. There is my email.
Okay.
You can write me with any question. I try to answer immediately, but if I can't, I will forward your question to my colleague.
Yeah, then there is a question about India and the possibilities of opening a Robocop in India, because personally I think they are great. Like, and is there any Robo club already in any of the high schools in India?
Uh, so right now, our product is suitable for not high school children, but school children. Of course, we are extending our curriculum. So probably next year, uh, our curriculum and our equipment will be ready uh, to to make projects suitable for high school students.
Yeah, then we have the question about the franchise fee, and I guess we answered that. The estimated price is 30,000 euros. So, no, 15 is not the price, no. And of course, as an entrepreneur, you need to understand some costs of the marketing that will be involved in that too. And of course, if you want our professional teacher to come to your country and teach your teachers in English, education will be in English, teacher training will be in English. If you want him or her to come to your country, the cost will be in extra charges for the franchise. Yeah, and there is a question from Sita. Are there any camps or courses for high school students? Which is we answered that already, I guess. There will be. We're planning to open some next year. However, we do have some summer camps and courses for children of middle school. Let's just say.
Yeah. So right now, our Robo Class and Robo Club franchise is more about smaller children, starting from 7 years old. But so we do it very, very good, and probably we are best. I guess we are the best. Uh, and so next we are extend from 7 years old and next, because first of all we have to teach children the basics, and then extend our curriculum next.
I can also see we have here some of our colleagues from China, Dubai, and Germany. If you have any questions, you could ask them about your country, maybe, or about the market state in your country, or is it really possible? You can forward all of the questions to Andrew to this email he wrote. And for right now, I think this would be the end of our webinar. We are happy to hear any feedback you can provide. So thank you very much for being here with us today.
Okay. So thank you. So should we give more time for questions?
Yeah, I think all of the questions that people have will be forwarded to you directly then.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
So thank you.
Yeah, have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.